Hello my loves, thank you for coming back to my channel. As you guys can tell by the title of this video, this is going to be a Pisces reading. This is a general timeless reading, so whenever you find this, it's meant for you. Also, this is for any Pisces placement, so sun, moon, rising, Venus, North Node, Lilith, you name it, okay? Or you could just be curious. There's nothing wrong with that. I am going to be doing my readings a little bit different, Pisces, going forward. So I'm going to do the general reading I always do, then I'm going to follow up with a separate love reading, okay? So please let me know if you like the additional segment to my videos in the comment section below, Pisces. Thank you guys for being patient with me. This video was supposed to, I think, go out like last week or the week before, but I actually lost all of the footage. I know. I know. I've been having so many technical issues, Pisces, and I don't even think it's Mercury retrograde yet, but maybe I'm feeling the early wave of it because I think that's supposed to happen in February if I'm not mistaken. But anyways, I say that, Pisces, to say thank you for all of the support that you guys give me on my videos, okay? I appreciate you, and I appreciate all the support, okay? So feel free to meditate with me to help us release any negative energy and allow us to be open to receive any of the messages in this reading, okay? Okay, let's get started, Pisces. I've talked long enough. Okay, we have the Nine of Pentacles coming out first and the Three of Swords, Pisces. Hopefully you guys can see that, okay? I'm going to start with these two cards first because we have quite a few on the table for the general reading. Nine of Pentacles shows me there's a balance coming with your finances and your spirituality. I know that seems like kind of polar contrast how I'm kind of like describing it. But Pentacles is earth energy, so very grounding. Also usually represents finances as well too, okay, or career. With her wearing a white dress and a dove, that usually, the dove most importantly, symbolizes to me peace, harmony, and balance, okay? So Pisces, you're definitely finding that, okay? With that card coming out as your first card, that's a big focus on you. A big focus for you, I should say, instead, Pisces, to be balanced spiritually and to be balanced in your finances, which makes sense. I feel like when we're balanced mentally, physically, and spiritually, or if we're not balanced, I should say, that affects our overall well-being and our quality of life, Pisces. So I feel like that's something that you really want to bring in. You could have accomplished a milestone of some sort. I feel like when we get more into the other cards, we'll figure out what that milestone is. But with the Three of Swords, Pisces, it shows me that you are healing from a heartbreak, okay? This could be a current situation you've left, or this could have been something in the past, Pisces. A lot of times this focuses on, like, I don't want to say it focuses on, but you could read it as it being romance, Pisces. But a heartbreak can stem from different things. It could be from a friendship. It can be from a family member. It could be from our career. Numerous of things. This could be heartbreak that you have experienced all the way from childhood that you've been holding on to, Pisces. And I feel like that you are finally releasing it, or you have released it. If you haven't, this is a sign from spirit that it's time for us to do some inner work and to release that pain and suffering that we have been holding on to, Pisces, okay? Also, this could mean that you're inspired as well too, if we want to look at it as a positive light. I always try to I like to be as positive as possible and to encourage people that watch my reading. So with the Nine of Pentacles coming out first, followed by the Three of Swords, you could be inspired. Inspired, it seems to me, just to improve your overall life, which is amazing. I feel like you could have been very displeased with your overall life, with your spirituality, with your finances. You could have had a lot of obstacles and hardships. And that's something that you want to release and transmute the energy. Because Three of Swords really does mean you transmuting the healing or the past heartbreak into healing, if that makes sense. Okay, and I'll go more into that further on in the reading, because that just made it remind me of something, Pisces. So followed by that, things get crazy at this point, Pisces. Okay, I was very astonished, and maybe this is why I had to come back to this reading, because none of my other readings have been like this so far. So we have number 14, Temperance, Sagittarius energy. Number 19, the Sun, Leo energy, which that card has come out of several times. So Leo energy is very prevalent right now, or it could be, since it's a new year, a lot of people are hoping for a lot of joy and abundance and peace in their life. Okay, that's what the Sun card really means. Number 1, the Magician, Gemini energy. Okay, then we have you coming here in your own reading. Number 2, the High Priestess, followed by number 11, the Justice card, which is Libra energy. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcanas. Okay, and I only have 7 on the table for you in your general reading. So you are definitely transmuting a lot of energy into positive things in your life. Healing. You are definitely transforming. Okay, I feel like you definitely realize with the Magician card that you can manifest whatever you want in your life. You are using your pain and your suffering to manifest something new in your life. Okay, so I think that's where the Three of Swords energy is coming from, and that's why I said to you, transmuting the heartbreak into healing. Okay, so hopefully that makes more sense to you guys, because that's underneath the Three of Swords, that energy. So you're definitely working on something big. If you have not started on it, this is a sign that you need to. Okay, with the Nine of Pentacles coming out first, I feel like that this is about career and finances. Okay, so you're Pisces, a very creative person, very, very creative, great in the arts. And I feel like as Pisces, you guys want to do something that actually speaks from your heart and soul in all aspects of your life, your love life, your career, everything. Okay, and I feel like that you guys carry that passion in all aspects of your life, which is great energy. Okay, so I feel like that you may be wanting to move towards that. For sure, for certain, I know that you're definitely going towards joy and abundance and happiness. And there's something else that I wanted to say, but I get so many downloads, Pisces, that it just be coming. Okay, so if it's meant to be, I'll come back to it. But with the Sun card coming out, I definitely feel like that there is a current heartbreak going on, or something from the past that you definitely want to close out a cycle. That's what came to mind. I don't have any of those cards on the table saying that there is going to be a cycle ending, but I feel like you're on the brink of that, Pisces. Okay, because with number 14, Temperance coming out, Sagittarius energy, you're definitely taking your wisdom from your pain or just your past experiences. I always say, take the lesson and not the pain. Okay, and that's following directly after the Three of Swords. Okay, so you're a lot more wise. Also, I always notice in this picture is the Moon and the Sun. Okay, and you have the Sun on the table. I don't have the Moon out here, but some people read the Moon as Pisces energy too. I usually interpret it as Cancer, but duality. You're learning to find the balance between the darkness and light within you, Pisces. And I know when we hear darkness, we get kind of scary, Pisces, but it's not a bad thing. Okay, we have to ask ourselves what is good and what is really bad. Okay, if you understand where I'm going with that, Pisces, and I feel like you guys will. But we all have a shadow side. Okay, and I feel like I've mentioned this before, but I actually have a Lilith in Pisces. Okay, so I feel to understand you guys. Okay, and that's my shadow energy, and me understanding what qualities I had in my shadow energy, because that's kind of what the Lilith represents. It means that I have qualities that are similar to what a Pisces is described for as my shadow energy. I'm giving you a very watered down version of what a Black Moon Lilith is, so make sure you do your own research and look at your own chart to see what yours is. But me understanding my shadow self helped me love myself unconditionally, and also focus more on my strengths and things that I was good at, and also be able to look at myself in the mirror and say, hey, these are some things that I need to work on, or this is some shadow work that I need to probably do in my life. And that helped me propel myself. It made me be more healthy mentally, physically, and spiritually, Pisces. Okay, so I don't want to make this about me, but I felt the urge to share that with you guys. Okay, so maybe that can be helpful for somebody watching. With the High Priestess, amazing that you showed up in your own reading. I don't think I've had any other signs so far that showed up in their own reading. Okay, so this means that you're following your intuition. There could be some things that you're hiding from yourself or from other people, but I feel like it could just be some emotions. Since I feel like the reading is kind of focused towards on finances, it could be some hidden emotions. You could not be focusing a lot on your emotions or wanting to hide them. I'm not sure why, Pisces, because you're very intuitive. I feel like you show your emotions freely, or express them, I should say, at your highest self, okay? But it depends on some other things that you could have in your chart, or it could just be the period you are in right now in your life that you may just want to keep things to yourself, okay? But I feel like you're definitely aligning yourself with your higher self and with God. And I never noticed this before, but there's wings behind him, okay? So you could feel like you're being called to pursue something else right now, or to change your career, or to kind of spend time by yourself and kind of go within. Okay, I don't feel like you got to the place to the shadow work and the cycle ending, but you're almost there. Okay, so hang in there, Pisces, because with justice coming out, Libra energy, you will literally have justice. Okay, so a karmic balance, so things are coming into balance, and that's probably why I picked up on the sun and the moon, the duality, the shadow work and stuff in the temperance card, because you are going to have some balance come into play. Okay, karmic balance. Okay, it could be a karmic lesson. I don't really feel like a karmic cycle. I feel like it's more of a karmic lesson. Okay, this could be a situation or a person. The people that are placed in our lives, Pisces, help us I want to say advance, but I don't really like that word, but that maybe that's how you could be seeing it right now. But they help us to progress and to heal at the end of the day. And it's no matter how we view that situation, if we view it as it being harmful to us, if we look underneath the surface, and that can be very hard to do, Pisces. So I understand if that's very challenging for you. It all is for our greater good, to help mold us into who God has called us to be. Okay, and I feel like that you're understanding that. Okay, and God is universal. It's however you see God. Okay, beautiful energy. I do want to, because I have the top of the deck. I froze right there. I have the top of the deck facing me, and we do have the King of Wands. Oh, interesting. The Star card, number 17, Aquarius. Wow. Okay, so more major arcana, so more transformation. Okay, the King of Wands, I feel Leo energy, and King of Wands is usually a symbol, not usually, it is the symbol of Leo in the minor arcana. Okay, if that makes sense for you guys. Definitely standing in your power. You definitely want to take control and leadership over your life. You could have been giving your control to other people, or giving your control to your own insecurities and fears. Okay, because sometimes we are our worst own enemy, and sometimes we come from a place of fear and not a place of love. Okay, and sometimes that'll keep us kind of stagnant, Pisces. Number 17, the Star being at the bottom of the deck, that shows me that dreams will come true. You're feeling very hopeful right now, Pisces. You could have felt hopeless in the past with the Three of Swords being here, because that means you could be feeling inspired. But there will be a wish fulfillment, okay, coming towards you. You know, however that resonates for you, okay? I have a few ideas, but we're going to go ahead and shift into the love reading for you, Pisces, okay? And maybe we can get more clarity on your general, and also see where your love is headed right now, or your love life, I should say. Okay. I'm just gonna be honest. So my first two cards coming out are the Four of Swords and then the Ace of Wands. So that's that creativity that I mentioned in the general reading, Pisces, for you, okay? Or you having new ideas. I think that that's what I mentioned. Those two cards are in the first card, the Four of Swords, usually represents what traits will the person have that you're calling in, or it could be the current person. Take it how it resonates with you. The Ace of Wands is usually where you meet them, and who they will remind you of, if we can pick up on that energy. For some reason, I'm not feeling that this is anyone else's energy. I know that that might sound strange, but I don't want to try to twist it and try to make it into something it's not, and trying to pull answers that I don't really see there. I feel like that the love reading is more about you in these two cards, okay? So the Four of Swords usually represents someone that's burnt out, someone that's taking time for self-care, okay? My other energy that I picked up on, this could be someone new, and you could like that they love themselves unconditionally. And that could be something that you never seen before, meaning that they put themselves first, and not in like a selfish way, but in a healthy way, Pisces, because we should be putting ourselves first. And I feel like Pisces, you guys are very caring, very nurturing, very loving. You guys like to do nice things for people, but you always have to remember that you have to put yourself first. Okay, so that could be some traits that you see in the person. You feel like that they're very strong-minded. They take care of themselves mentally, physically, and spiritually, and that's something that's drawing you towards them. Okay, if that's a current partner, maybe that's something that they are investing more in self-love. They could literally be sleeping a lot more too, because she is sleeping in this card. Okay. But I feel like it's more of your energy. Please let me know, you guys, in the comment section below if that resonates with you. The Ace of Wands, crown chakra definitely activated. Okay, definitely activated. Definitely wanted to take the initiative and make some changes in your life, which we picked up in the general reading. Okay, I feel like you're focusing a lot, Pisces, on self-love and loving yourself more. Okay, and just thinking about how you can progress your life. Okay, very fiery and a lot of air energy. When I think of crown chakra, I always think of air signs. Okay, so Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. Okay, so you could have that in your chart, because we have a few Libra energies out on the table right now. But yeah, definitely wanting to focus on yourself and what's best for you right now. You could be wanting to go towards somebody as well too, Pisces. That might just be for a few. But you could be thinking towards somebody. And if you're calling somebody in, that means that you do want to come together with them, or go towards them, Pisces, in some sense. In your blockage, I found this very interesting. We have the Empress, which is number 3. Okay. The Empress is also Libra energy, like I said. So heavy into the Libra energy. Okay, so you could be dealing with the Libra, or you could have that in your chart or somewhere in your environment, Pisces. This card, I pick up a few things. This does mean the divine feminine. This could also mean that someone is pregnant, or you are pregnant, or if you're in partnership, you guys are pregnant together. But that's in your blockage, which I find very interesting. Okay, and the energy that I picked up on this, and this is probably why that I felt you were so heavily focused on self, when we should have been drawing on the energy of the person you were calling in, or the current person that you kind of had on your mind. Since this is in your blockage, and this could mean that someone's pregnant, you could be with someone because they are pregnant, or they have your child, or you have children with them. Okay, so that could be keeping you to stay in the bond, but it seems like your heart isn't there, or your heart is somewhere else and your mind is somewhere else, and it's thinking about other things. And that makes sense. you have so much transformation, Pisces, in your general reading. A lot of times when we transform and we heal from a lot of pain and suffering, a lot of times we have bonded with people built off of pain and suffering or trauma. And when we heal from those things and we close out that cycle, because I feel like you're almost there. A lot of times people who we're involved in, whether that was romantic, career, relationships, friendships, sometimes even family, unfortunately, they cannot go with us in our new chapter of life, okay? And I know that sounds really harsh, and it's a struggle. It's definitely challenging, and I can say that from my personal experiences. But I feel like that's what's happening here. But I feel like that you could be holding on to a relationship. If you are in a relationship, it feels like that you haven't ended it yet, okay? Or you could have ended and you're by yourself, and you want to go towards yourself or someone else, okay? That you feel like is a better fit for you on this new journey and new chapter that you want to begin, okay? You could be feeling with the Ace of Wands, you could be feeling inspired by someone else right now. And still be in a bond, which I always say this is a judgment-free zone, Pisces, okay? So sometimes things are out of our hands, okay? And everything happens for a reason. And no matter how many people are involved in the situation, you guys always grow. All of you guys. It just depends on your perception of how things happen, okay? And how you benefited from it. But that's when I'm picking up on it. Also, just with the Justice card coming out and the Temperance and us talking about balancing and duality. And I'm looking at the cards. I'm looking sideways. I'm just trying to jog my memory what I said. That could mean that it's interesting because the Empress is a feminine. The Empress is Libra energy, but the card represents the divine feminine, okay? Women give birth and things, they give birth. I was gonna say and things like that, and I was like, yeah, don't say it. I'm sorry, Pisces. But they give birth, okay? So that's kind of why the card is represented like this, okay? So it could be a balance, it could be a need to not balance your feminine energy because you're a feminine side. It could be a need to balance the energy between your feminine and your masculine energy, okay? So there's certain signs that are masculine signs, there's certain signs that are feminine signs. So earth and water signs, which you are a water sign, they are feminine signs, okay? So you guys feel more comfortable in that energy, okay? So you have the feminine quality. So nurturing, more of a receiver, okay? And then masculine is going to kind of be the opposite of it, okay? So when we hear about it in worldly terms, it's a little bit saturated and watered down. But it's a lot more deep when we think about it in our spirituality terms, if that makes sense, Pisces. So there's a need for balance within your life, in feminine and masculine energy, okay? We are multifaceted people, Pisces. So I'm Aquarius sun, masculine sign, but I have water placements. I have earth placements as well as my chart, okay? So we all have the ability to tap into that and find balance within ourselves, okay? So that could be an issue for you emotionally. Also, Pisces, your unconditional love for somebody, which kind of ties into them having your children or being pregnant by you, okay? Which I know is interesting that your unconditional love could be an emotional blockage for you, but you seem very highly tied to that person, okay? But your mind seems to be in a different place. And if you look at the Four of Swords, her heart is outside of herself. Okay, so there needs to be a connection between those things, between the mind, the spirit, and spirituality. And in your general reading, Pisces, you wanted to be more balanced mentally, physically, and spiritually. I picked up on that. Okay, so that's tying in somewhere to your love life. We have number 12, the Hangman, which is also Pisces energy coming in how they view you. Interesting energy. I think Leo got this as well too. Okay, so you could have Leo in your chart. Definitely go check out that reading. Okay, because I think they had an exact same placement in their love reading. Um, the person could feel like that you're pulling back. This is interesting because the hangman usually represents that you are surrendering to the universe and surrendering to your highest good. That's typically how I read it, Pisces. So the person could feel like that you're pulling away from them. Okay. Or if this is a new person, they could feel that you are sent from the heavens, like that this is divinely orchestrated to come together, Pisces. Okay, because everyone won't be in a bond. Some people may be single, okay, and looking to call in new love. So the person could be feeling like that you are being or they're being called to you, and you are enlightened, and they just love your energy and just the frequency that you vibe at. Okay. Also, if it is for a new person, the Four of Swords and the Ace of Wands, I already mentioned the self-love. They love how you love yourself, and they like that energy, because we want people who love themselves unconditionally, okay? Because then if we love ourselves unconditionally, we have the ability to love other people unconditionally, okay? Ace of Wands, I feel like that they could feel that you're very intelligent, okay, very enlightened, and they like that about you, Pisces. I am going to get a lesson or advice card. It depends on how it resonates with you, Pisces. I'm over 26 minutes. I've talked so long today, so I'm going to go ahead and close out the reading. If anyone is still here with me, comment below if you watched all 26 minutes, okay? So just one card for you to close out. Okay, are we going to get one card? Maybe I should pull one. I'm going to pull one. We have service. I feel good when I can help others. Interesting. Well, that's what we talked about before, Pisces, in the general reading. Like I said, you could have been giving other people your power. Okay, and I feel like that is the lesson that you're learning, or that is your advice for the reading, is to not give your power over to other people, okay? I feel good when I help other people. So you could be looking for other people to make you feel better. So when you do those things, or that unconditional love we talked about in the Empress energy, you could be highly, I wouldn't say bother. I don't know why I wouldn't say that word. When you don't get the same in return, okay? So you have to love yourself first, and then you can love others unconditionally first, okay? So you may not have been practicing self-care first within your, well, self-care is, you may not have been practicing that, okay? And the card is telling you that you need to focus more on yourself, okay? And put yourself first. And then underneath the deck is abundance. I am a limitless being, and I can manifest whatever I desire in the physical reality. Exactly. Remember that, Pisces. Okay, so you're on the brink of abundance. If you're going through a lot of challenges and hardships, hang in there. Things will get better, okay? If this video resonated with you, let me know in the comment section below. I love to read all of you guys' comments. Also, I would truly appreciate if you guys subscribe, like, and share my channel or my contents on my channel, okay? And if you have not heard this today, Pisces, you are loved and you are cherished, okay? Until next time, my loves, bye-bye.